Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy DELRAY Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, Straight Game TV. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button because it helps the channel. Also, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And like I always said, if you want to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of this straight game, please do me a favor and click on what appears to be that little bell notification right below this video, right? Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of things that we can see in the 2Pac Keffe D upcoming murder trial. And Keffe D is basically looking for a defense. His defense is that, after all of the confessions that I made, the over 10 confessions in 10 different videos, as well as his book that I've made in regards to being involved with the murder of Tupac Shakur, all of a sudden, now that he's been held responsible for it, Keffe D's defense is that you shouldn't believe me now. Or should I say, you should believe me now. And what I'm saying when I said that I didn't do it and I told all of those things for lies, right? And that's the problem. The problem is there's been so many lies told around this situation, in which, let me tell you, first and foremost, I believe Keffe D. I believe every word he said, because when Keffe D testified to the public in those videos and various platforms, he thought that he had protection. He thought that he was under a proffer agreement and he would never be held responsible for the confessions that he was making. And so that it was Tupac Shakur that he was talking about, one of the world's most renowned music stars, not just in hip hop, but music stars. That made it even more compelling that he would come out after Greg Kading had put his book out in the Murder Rap DVD series that was on Apple, and that Keffe D would come out and say, now hold on, you know what? Don't believe Greg Kading's story. Don't believe nothing he says, right? This is the argument that Keffe D made. Don't believe nothing he says. Believe what I say, because I was the person that was there, right? And on the back of his book, he actually put that he was the only one that was living. And what I think he meant, that was in the car that night, that could tell the story and how it played out, if you will. And so, with that being said, that's the reason why I say I believe everything that he said. Unfortunately, you've had people in Reggie Wright Jr. who one minute wanted to be the friend of Keffe D, call his house unannounced, and try to get views off of the fact that he had did that. But one of the most important things that make it hard for the case to proceed is people trying to impute themselves in the case. It was Reggie Wright's intention to say that Suge Knight was trying to involve himself in the case, and when in fact Suge was involved in the case because he was in the car and he was one that hit by fragments of bullets or whatever they were, right, from that perspective. So with that being said, the thing that I picked up most was the situation involving Reggie Wright Jr. going in and testifying in front of the grand jury, right? So there's a situation where Reggie did a video on Bomb First, or should I call it Lies First, right? And refuted the fact that Michael Moore, when he said what he said, he basically said that Michael Moore was lying. But the Nextel phone thing, if you will, was to try to add some kind of deniability to it, to deny first and foremost that the Nextel even had a walkie-talkie feature. That's the thing that hit me the most, right? Because that's something so minute that why would one have to lie about that, right? So that tells me that if you lie about something small, you definitely would lie about something big. And so when he said that, and I mean, let's check this out. Check this out.
And what he claimed to happen, the Nextel radios weren't even able to do at the particular time.
While I was working at 662, I heard something over the Nextels that we all carry for security. And what I heard was, "got him."
But ironically,
And interestingly enough, when Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. testified for the grand jury, he said that the Nextel radios had the walkie-talkie feature as well as a phone radio, when he's saying that Frank Alexander didn't contact him. Look. Boom. Got him again. This guy is a compulsive liar. He cannot be.
Now that you witnessed that and you saw that, right? This is one of the fundamental problems with people trying to involve themselves in a high-profile murder case. You know, the very person who was actually responsible for protecting Tupac and Suge that night was nowhere to be found. But as soon as the grand jury started to convene, Reggie Wright Jr. felt it necessary to really offer up nothing but really reveal the truth about something that most of the public didn't know or didn't suspect. And not only that, but he continued up until that point, and where he needed to, he felt the need to go in front of the grand jury to try to involve himself. He felt it necessary to demean and disrespect the dead and Michael Moore, and make all kinds of crazy accusations, which weren't true. But as we seen from that video, that it definitely was a lie, a blatant lie that he went and told to the grand jury, or should I say, it was a lie that he told publicly, but now with the grand jury, I think he's supposed to be revealing the truth and something beneficial that he could offer them involving the Keffe D case, when actually it was even more detrimental to his character, as well as to the Keffe D case. Because if they pull up the video and they say, well, look, you said this, a long time ago. You said that the phones didn't have a walkie-talkie feature. Now you testify in front of the grand jury that the phones had a walkie-talkie feature. Which one is it? Once again, not only in the court of public opinion, but in the court of law, Reggie Wright Jr. becomes a problem. His credibility is then attacked. It's zero. And so therefore, it's situations like this, that kind of mix everything up and prevent justice from going forward, because you got people who want to involve themselves and they want their names mentioned as to appear to be important to something that they're really not important for, and they could have been important for saving someone's life in Tupac Shakur, but chose to basically sabotage Tupac Shakur, being the head of security, and being the fact that I tell y'all that Suge Knight had asked him to send 5 more security guards. So and then lying about a bunch of other things that really were the unexplicit lies. You know what I mean? I mean, should I say unsolicited lies, if you will? And so that's all to get the attention from something that would be high profile. Now, I would hope that they wouldn't call Reggie Wright Jr. to testify. Right, because he doesn't know anything. He doesn't have anything. Like I said, he also lied on Suge and said Suge was the one that told him that Orlando Anderson was involved with the case. Involved with the situation. Suge said he didn't tell Reggie nothing like that. He said that live on a young lady's channel. You see, all of the lies that he's been telling, and people have been believing it. But like I said, the one that I think really exposed him the most was this lie or this alleged truth that he was now confessing to the grand jury, when there had been video evidence of him out there calling Michael Moore names, calling Frank Alexander names, calling Suge Knight names, but namely Michael Moore, when he said he heard the got him, and then came around to finally admitting that no, they weren't in a nightclub, because he had lied and said that they were in a nightclub when Michael Moore would have allegedly heard after Tupac got shot, somebody saying over his radio, over Reggie's radio, got him. You know what I mean? he had lied and said that that happened in the club amongst loud music. But once Suge called him out, for Reggie saying that, yeah, the young lady asked him, well, where did you get the information from that what happened so soon? How did you get it so soon? And Reggie lied and said that he got it from Suge, and Suge actually said that, no, Reggie never talked to me, you know, in the hospital. He didn't come visit him in the hospital from that perspective, which is very detrimental in itself. You understand what I'm saying? To lie about something that you allegedly did for your boss or something like that, and that really didn't happen. And so, but yeah, the grand jury thing with the testimony, and there was video basically debunking what Reggie had told the grand jury, and that now he then tried to blame Frank Alexander. Oh, it was Frank that didn't contact him. No, right? Because I don't know why he didn't contact me. No, it wasn't Frank's fault. It was the head of security's fault. And Frank Alexander said that Reggie told them, the security guys, not to carry weapons. It's just that simple. 2Pac security, it wasn't a setup necessarily, so it was a sabotage. Reggie sabotaged 2Pac security because 2Pac fired him as a personal security on August 27th, 1996. But he was supposed to listen to Suge Knight when Suge Knight told him in Vegas that night to send 5 more security guards, because Reggie, in fact, still worked for Death Row, and 2Pac was an artist or masquerading as an artist under Death Row, and that was his job to do so, and Reggie Wright Jr. failed to do that. But pay attention, once again, to the grand jury and what he said to the grand jury and how that's going to play out. If you ask me, that makes Keffe D's, I wouldn't say his case any more stronger or weaker, but it just adds unnecessary spunk to the case that doesn't really need to be, because, you know, lawyers can come out and talk about it. Well, they had this guy come in and tell this, but then he said this, right? You know, it adds public doubt, you know, to the situation involving the murder of Tupac Shakur, involving Keffe D, with people like Reggie Wright Jr. coming in and trying to masquerade as somebody who knows something, when in fact all they did was lie in regards to that. Like I said, I'd like thank you guys for tuning in, and more importantly, just pay attention to what you're being told. Don't believe everything you're being told. Your boy DELRAY, straight gang.